Florida leads 2-0 on the safety when the ball was snapped over the head of Miami punter Jeff Beagles. And now it's 3rd and 12 Gators from the 44 of Miami. Hawkins jumping off on the right side of the defensive line for Miami. Al Ford, the man in the white hat, he's the referee.
The offensive lineman, Bob, cannot move. Once he's got his hand down.
Still 3rd down.
So the penalty goes against Florida. Now it's 3rd down and close to 19 yards. They're going to move it all the way back to the 50. It has to get to the 31 for the first down.
You know, Bill Hawkins can come across the line and go back as long as the ball's not snapped. An offensive lineman has to maintain his position, that hand on the ground. He can't move.
Here's the inexperience of this Florida team. Early. Galen Hall says we'll get better if we can avoid injuries. Later in the year we'll be a lot stronger as we gain experience. Big snap to Bell. Nice grab. And Bell goes down at the 40. It's his old friend Danny Stubbs, his 31st career sack.
Now you're going to see one of the premier defensive linemen in the country operate here, working against Jimmy Davis for Florida. Gets his hands on him early, around him, and that's it. The ability to turn it back inside that quickly is what makes Stubbs so great. He gets some sacks on a flush, pressure coming from up the middle, but that one was all on his own.
Jamie McAndrew with the punt. Cleveland Gary, a transfer from Georgia, with the reception. Down to the 23-yard line. That's his first play as a Miami Hurricane. He was hit by number 30, Steve Loden. 44-yard punt, 10-yard return. You're watching SEC football on the Turner Broadcasting System. Tim, we've got two of the nice guy coaches in this game, and both of them have special interest with academics.
There's no question about it. The University of Miami has really improved their standing in that particular area.
It's 1st down 10. The Hurricanes trailing 2-0. Handoff to the fullback, Warren Williams. Not much going out across the 25 to the 26. Gerald Dickens, number 40, on the stop for the Gator defensive unit.
As a matter of fact, in talking to Jimmy Johnson, he takes great pride in the fact that last year they graduated 72% of their seniors, which is exceptional in today's high-pressure athletic schedule.
Miami sidelines. Miami in the orange jerseys, Florida in the orange pants. It's a sea of orange in the Orange Bowl. It went right off the arms of Charles Henry, and it was popped up there for anybody's catch, but none of the Florida defenders could get to it. And Steve Walsh throws the incompletion. The young 3rd-year sophomore, he redshirted. St. Paul, Minnesota. The last time that Steve Walsh started a game, Tim, was 1984 in a high school playoff game in Minneapolis.
But I'm sure they've been trying to create as much pressure as possible in practice to get him used to the game situations.
3rd down 8 from the 26. Here comes the pass rush. There's Charlton in the face. It's complete to Bratton. Close to the 1st down. It'll depend on the spot. Right near the 34. Tripped up by number 4, Kerry Watkins. Finished off by Oliver. Charlton was right in the face of Walsh.
Hand down and coming in a 3rd down passing situation. Just trying to drive him deep as Gary Mahan, drive him around the quarterback, of course screen on all the way, and this is how they're helping Walsh. They're letting him make the easy throw and then leaving it up to these skilled Miami backs to get the yardage. 1st and 10 passing, dump it in the flat, turn that back loose out in the open.
As you can see, they spot the ball about 6 inches shy of the 1st down, and the punting situation again. And Willis Pegues is number 58, is the long snapper. Let's see if Willis is back in there this time. He snapped it over the head of punter Jeff Beagles on the first one, in and out of the end zone for a safety. And Pegues is back in there. He's the long snapper, and boy, you talk about pressure. Good snap this time. Beagles, the senior, has it almost blocked. It may have been touched. It's going to go out of bounds, gets a good Miami bounce at the 38-yard line. So the punting game a problem early on for Jimmy Johnson's Hurricanes. The snap over the head for the safety, and this time possibly a partial block as the ball is shanked off to the right side.
It's difficult enough for a punter to maintain his concentration. As you look at the coaching staff from the Oklahoma University football team in 1970 to 72, Chuck Fairbanks, the head coach there, Galen Hall, offensive coach, Jimmy Johnson, Barry Switzer, Larry Lacewell, head coach at Arkansas State, good group of guys. Jim Dickey, who's now the secondary coach with Florida.
First down 10, Florida from their own 33. Out to the 42-yard line goes Wayne Williams, the tailback. And you're going to see a lot. Check that, it's 36. Anthony Williams. You're going to see a lot of backs for Florida. You're going to see 23 Wayne Williams, 36 Anthony, 39 Cedric Smith, 42 James Massey, 31 Octavius Gould, and eventually you're going to see a star, possibly a Borning, and that is the most highly recruited running back in the nation last year, Emmitt Smith.
A Borning. I like that. Look that up. See if that's a real word.
It must be. Not much. Wayne Williams stopped at about the 40. Randy Shannon, number 22, and you're looking at the Hurricane defensive unit, and by the time this season's over, Tim, this could be the best defensive unit in America. It's certainly one of the top 5.
They've really got high expectations for this defense, and if there was one word that would define it, it's attacking, penetrating. From the moment the ball snaps, they're not going to be hitting and reading. They're going to be penetrating upfield, getting a gap, down linemen, trying to be double-teamed to free up the linebackers.
So far, both defenses dominating this game. 5:46 to go first quarter. Florida leading 2-0 on a safety on the third down bell. Some pressure. Complete to Cedric Smith. Good job of running after the catch. And it's a first down, and it's Anthony Williams with the reception, number 36. 15-yard gain. Derwin Jones, 86, applied the pressure, Tim.
The last time the U of M was in a third down situation, they came with the screen. Florida was doing the same thing. It was well covered by the Hurricanes, and Bell made it happen on his own. Anthony Williams, the second leading receiver on the team last year, did a good job of finding an open spot.
Now Cedric Smith is in. Octavius Gould is in. Cedric Smith, 39. Gould, 31. In the backfield for the Gators on first down 10. It's given to 39. Cedric Smith running hard, close to a first down. Stopped at the 35. Florida may not have what Galen Hall would call a star in his backfield, but he's certainly got several very good runners in the backfield.
He's got some workhorses, and really that's the only place that this team is deep. Galen, of course, is used to John L. Williams, Neil Anderson, Billy Sims at Oklahoma, Elvis Peacock, so he's been spoiled in that way, but he's got good depth at running back, although no one has really emerged as a super producer.
Second down 1 from the 35. And off to the front man, it's Cedric Smith to the 27-yard line. Rod Carter with the tackle. Florida running better than Miami had hoped they would. Remember, missing from the Miami front 4, Dan Cilio declared ineligible late yesterday.
And they are trying to take advantage of that. Dave Wanstead, the defensive coordinator for the Hurricanes, felt they had to make Florida throw the ball to be effective. Galen now very happy with the way the offensive line is moving and the backs are running for the Gators.
Big questions on how that offensive line would play, with the exception of perhaps left tackle David Williams. They've played well thus far today, particularly once they shook the Butterflies. Bell for the audible, first and 10. Nice hole. Gould comes up near the 25-yard line, tackled by number 32, Selwyn Brown. There's Octavius Gould. He's a sophomore from Browns Mill, New Jersey. You wonder if it's hot. There's one of Tim's fans. And the temperature, let's see, on the field, 190 degrees. That's hot.
Never a dull moment.
It said, what was that, about 190?
At least.
Officer, I was only going 55, so that reminds me of. Second down 7 from the 25. Bell, the play fake, the pass. Incomplete over the outstretched arms of 39, Cedric Smith at the 20. Bell not real sharp early. He is 3 for 4. But it's the first game of this year, and you can bet that Kerwin Bell is ready to play. And what a story. Galen Hall was telling me when I was in Gainesville on Wednesday, and I know you talked to him earlier, Tim, his memory of that Tuesday before the Miami game, the freshman year of Kerwin Bell, when Dale Dormany was injured, and they had to go find Galen, who was offensive coordinator, said, I had to go look at film to remember how this guy played, because he had been 8th string prior to moving up to second team. Third and 7 from the 25. Bell in the pocket. as a man. He got there late, broken up nicely by that excellent Miami defensive tandem. It was intended for 20, Lomack, Donald Ellis, the man with his hands on the ball, number 29.
Stubbs putting on the pressure here. Jimmy Davis come out trying to get a hand on him, trying to get that right hand on him, stab him, drive him around the quarterback. Bell steps up well. Gould was open, coming across underneath. Womack didn't really have it. Donnie Ellis right there along with Selwyn Brown.
And the field goal attempt by Robert McGinney is wide. It was a 42-yard attempt. Florida continues to lead by a score of 2-0 thanks to the safety after Miami's first possession in this game. 3:11 to go, quarter number 1. Kerwin Bell taking a breather. It's 90 degrees down there. Some injuries affect particularly the Miami team, Tim.
They feel like Brett Perriman was at least as good as Michael Irvin. As fine a receivers they had, they're going to miss him on offense, and we'll get back to the rest of those in a minute.
Steve Walsh. Richardson hits him as he releases it to Bratton. To the 40-yard line. Kerry Watkins with the tackle. The reception and run by senior Melvin Bratton. 34-yard gain.
See, here's the plan by Gary Stevens. Bratton is helping out on the blocking, and if nothing's open, initial man not open, Bratton checks down. That gives Walsh a 3-yard throw. He just dumps it here to Bratton, and now look at this. Dip and dodge, look out. Hard to corral, scored 3 touchdowns last year against Florida. You can see you don't want to be taking him on one-on-one.
Miami on the move. Walsh. There's a man open, incomplete at the 25-yard line, trying to get it to tight end Charles Henry. Couldn't hold on to it. Nice pass by Walsh, however. He was right there.
It was right there, and Charles Henry needs to take that route a little bit deeper. He was running it in behind Michael Irvin, who had cleared out the cornerback. Needs to get a little bit more depth. That way Walsh can loft the ball in there, make it an easier catch for him.
Second down, 10 Miami. 2:36 to go. First quarter. Florida leads 2-0 on a safety when the ball was snapped over Miami punter Jeff Beagle's head in and out of the end zone. Hand off to 24 Warren Williams. About the 37, and down he goes.
If you want to talk about underrated, Warren Williams might be the most underrated player on the Miami offense. One of the finest north-south runners that I've ever seen. He's not going to give you as many moves as Bratton. He's going to take it upfield. He may give you a little dip, but then pow, he's heading upfield, and also a fine receiver.
Now, you talked about Perriman being out. Now the 3 receivers are in there for Miami. They like it. Irvin, Blades, but they have to go with Brown instead of Perriman, and this weakens them, Tim.
It does weaken him, and Brown had a problem with his ring finger, dislocated his finger, so he's not 100%.
On third down, complete to Williams. To the 23-yard line, Warren Williams tackled by Jarvis Williams. 12-yard gain, and Walsh is looking heady. 5 of 7 for 67 yards. Nice poise.
Just get a little man-to-man underneath by Florida. Tolbert Bain makes a tackle, and it's a 4-yard gain. That's what you have to do. They dump the ball underneath, come up, make the hit, make the play.
Hurricanes started this drive on their own 26. They're down to the 23 of Florida. Walsh, good protection. Into the end zone. Coverage is there. The ball is caught by Brian Blades. Even though the coverage by Watkins was there, it's a touchdown, Miami. Reception for Brian Blades, the senior, and yes, he's the brother of the All-American safety Benny Blades. Great coverage by Watkins, nice toss and everything, but you've got to credit Brian Blades with coming up with the big reception.
Yeah, and you credit Steve Walsh with putting that ball in a place that if Blades doesn't make the catch, it's going to be an awfully hard catch for Watkins to make. He's turning around, trying to rotate in the air, looking back into the sun.
Florida going for 2. They know about that, Miami going for 2. They know about Florida's safety. Walsh, complete to Brian Blades. Blades responsible for 8 points. First the touchdown, then the 2-point conversion, and this young Steve Walsh And Brian Blades maybe becoming a powerful combination.
Florida Miami throwing the football. Well-coached group. Watch Brian Blades sliding up, going up for the ball. Watkins in good shape. Blades just hangs with it and makes the catch on the rebound. Just excellent concentration on the ball, and that just comes from working. That 20-yard line in situation, throw it down there in the corner. Receiver leaping for the ball. Yahoo, Dad.
Well, you've just got to feel good for Steve Walsh particularly. And that's the first touchdown pass that the Florida defense has given up in 27 quarters of football.
Watch the two-point conversion here. They learn a little pick. Blades just biding his time. If it was, they were counting on a man-to-man coverage down in there, and Blades was going to